Okay, I'm with Kristy Lange, who is the Communications Director of the European Bioplastics Association. First of all, Kristy, can I say congratulations on an excellent conference again? It's always interesting, it's always informative, and very exciting news, 400% growth in the next 4 years, I believe.
Yes, we recently updated our market data, and our reference year now is 2013, and we forecast for 2018. So the bioplastic production capacities are going to grow a bit more than fourfold, yes, to about 6.7, let's say roughly 7 million tons in 2018.
How does that break down between biodegradables and drop-ins?
Well, first, all the materials are gaining, so every material is increasing, the biodegradables and the drop-ins, but the other drop-ins are leading the field already today. So these 1.6 million tons that we have annual production capacity worldwide, that is already a bit more drop-in, a bit more bio-based PE and PET, etc., and polyamines, of course, than PLA and starch blends. But as bio-based PET is the forefront growth driver in the next few years. They're really scaling up and building several facilities. Of course, the drop-ins are increasing immensely, yes.
There has always been the two sides of the bio-based, the bioplastic sort of story, but we've noticed some of the presentations here with the biodegradables are talking about being renewable as well.
Of course, you're right. This is a bit the question how to present it. Biodegradable and bio-based are two very important features. Of course, you could say bio-based is the main feature. It's the driving feature. You will hardly find any fossil-based compostable plastic out there that's not blended with some bio-based material. So we are going to switch the data or to present it in a different way so that we say bio-based and do a separate graph then for those bio-based materials that are also biodegradable, compostable. So maybe that's a better way of presenting it.
Sure. I think one of the things also we're noticing here or one of the things we want to look at is where the feedstock is being produced, where the refineries are, and there was one presentation about the methane, for example, which basically could be produced anywhere, it seems. I mean, they said where there's people, there's methane. But where are those sort of production sites and the main sort of development sites for feedstock now?
Well, of course, the hubs for producing bioplastics are where the feedstock also are available, and that means currently production capacities are mainly outside of Europe, but Europe still has a fair share. And when the scaling up is taking place, then a lot of production capacities is going to move to Asia. And Asia is a huge room, of course. I'm talking from India to China to Thailand, actually. So it's feedstock availability, of course, but it's also that they have good funding programs or beneficial investment infrastructures there. And unfortunately, the EU still needs to get a bit stronger in this aspect. So maybe the legislation we recently had on the reduction of plastic bags, where there are certain provisions that could strengthen the production of renewable and biodegradable materials in Europe. This is a first good start to also keep some production capacities here. We are leading in R&D, but why not also have some production capacities in Europe?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Europe because, I mean, here we are, the home of the European government. Are they really on side with the bioplastics movement, do you think?
I think a lot of more education is needed. So what we gained from the first presentations of yesterday, so from Mr. Maurer from DG Environment and also from Axel Singhofen of the Greens, they are actually urging the whole bioeconomy to produce intelligent products. And Axel Singhofen said, yes, we know you have lots of potential with bioplastics, but please break it down. What does bio-based mean for a specific product? What does compostable mean for a specific product? As it's a huge family of materials, general messages are a bit complicated, and I think it's a very good idea that we strengthen our information efforts and that we really go to the application level, and that we have to educate stakeholders in Brussels and also the end consumer around Europe even more about what bioplastics really can offer them.
I think Axel had some fairly interesting and forthright comments to make about degradables, which I've not heard from a platform before. And I'm sure an awful lot of people in the room probably agree with that anyway. But is that it for the oxy-degradables, do you think?
Well, let's say it with the words of our chairman, a chance was missed this time, but the next chance will present itself. I think oxos are not really green products. There's also an independent multi-client study going on by OWS, Organic Waste Systems, and they are going to look really into what oxos can and cannot do, and if they are proven not to be biodegradable, where's the eco value in oxos?
So no room inside the tent for them. What do you think is the most likely driver for? I think Tetra Pak's involvement with Braskem is kind of interesting. This is a major player in the liquid beverage, liquid food sector. Volumes aren't there yet, but do you see that as being a significant movement?
I think it's a great step of such a globally known brand owner that he really commits to bioplastics and that they are communicating it so tangibly as Mario Abreu did today. So I think our conference this year really had a bit of everything, a bit of scientist discussion of labeling, a bit of brand owners presenting themselves, a bit of politicians saying what they want from us. So it was up to now, it was a really round picture.
Last question, and really an observation, but I think the mood in the room is, I think there is an acceptance now that we're talking about when rather than if. So the question is when?
Oh, I cannot answer that. I'm sorry. I would prefer to have Brussels stakeholders make it rather next day than in 7 years or so. So I hope. I guess. Bioplastics are here to stay, definitely. So you see production capacities are rising. Question is, what share will Brussels have? How many products will it see in the next future? So investment into a market nearer supportive measures would be really much appreciated, because why should we miss out on the benefits of bioplastics?
Kristy, thank you, and thank you for a great conference too.
Sure, you're welcome.